Well, as you see, the name of our company is called The Power to Be Free. And people always ask, how did we come with that? Well, I was talking to Larry, talked to Jim, and talking to Mike, talked to a lot of different people. And ultimately, I really believe that's what everybody's trying to do. I think that's why people go to college, people go through that corporate structure or go through what they call the right way to get where they want to get to, because the fact that they're looking for some kind of freedom. Now, it could be freedom from a lot of different things. You have to figure out what freedom means to you. So by the time I finish my presentation, it's a very concise and concealed presentation that shows you what you can do in a short period of time. Actually, I was talking to our main speaker, Charlie Dawkins. He was telling me that he's been able to acquire a lot of stuff, and he's basically working from home. I mean, by a show of hands, who would like to work from home, wouldn't have to go to their job every day, and actually make the same amount of money, if not more? Well, like I said, we have somebody here that can help us to be able to get that situation taken care of, and hopefully you guys can take what he says and use it as value. So we're going to get started on first slide. Okay. Why are you here? That's the main thing I always try to find out. You know, I try to go around to everybody because it's Saturday morning, it's 9 o'clock, and it's kind of cold outside. And I'm quite sure everybody could have slept a little longer because, like I said, most people have a regular 9 to 5 or whatever it is, and they have something that they can do throughout the week. And then on Saturday, they have things that they can do or just rest, get their hair done, go out, spend time with their family. But you guys decide to come here. You know, and I was talking to Larry earlier, and I asked him, you know, what is he trying to accomplish? What really is, why is he here? Because ultimately, just to show up and not have a plan is really not helping you or us. So we want to make sure that while you're here, we're able to be able to create a plan and help you to be able to expedite your goals or whatever it is you're trying to do in a short period of time. I was over here talking to another gentleman, Milton. Milton is a real estate agent. He can help you out. We have another real estate agent right here, Paul Reinhold. So we have a diverse group of people that can help you get to the situation. So ultimately, take time to be able to negotiate. Not negotiate, but network with the people here. A lot of times when people come to these organizations, they're kind of quiet. They try to become a secret agent, but realistically, that's why we're here, to be able to help you to be able to grow your business, to expand your business, and to be able to get you to where you want to go faster. The reason why I'm so adamant about training and education is because when I first got started, I didn't have anybody showing me. You know, I read some books and watched some late night videos. I don't know about show of hands. Anybody heard of Carlton Sheets? Well, that's how I really basically got started. I watched a late night show and I was like, man, Carlton Sheets. I was like, man, so if I can buy all these houses and get cash back and do all this stuff, no money down, well, I figured out it don't work. But the fact is I at least tried it to figure out it don't work. And what happened was, I saw that there wasn't that too many local area clubs that really was trying to help you to grow your business or help you. So what happened was most of them was really set up to basically sell you something that really didn't work. You go here, they tell you this, they go here to sell you that. So it really wasn't any really core curriculum-based studies to help you go from A to Z. And that's what our goal is, to be able to take you from A to Z. I mean, if you can get from A to Z in 12 months instead of the typical 24, 36 months with a lot less mistakes, how many people would like that? And that's what the goal is. So our goal is this, the twofold, is to build an organization where the fact is we have opportunities that you can meet. I mean, has anybody ever thought about buying a hotel? By show of hands, anybody thought about buying a hotel? Why do people feel it's possible to buy a hotel? You may not be able to buy it by yourself, but the fact is look at the person next to you. What if you put a group together and you go buy it? There's no difference. That's all Donald Trump does. He put the right people in the right place to make the right decision, and then when it happens, you can go ahead and get the larger situation. So instead of sitting there trying to say, okay, well, I can't buy by myself, but it's 20 people here, so if each person has a small incremental share into that building, now you can be able to buy something that you couldn't buy before. And that's what big companies do. And you hear stuff like hedge funds and whatever it is, that's all they do. They group people monies together, and then they go out and buy stuff that they couldn't buy individually, and now it gives them the opportunity to buy something better. So this is a question where I always ask everybody is, why are you here? And before you leave, just try to ask, that's why I introduced you to the group. Just tell us why you're here, and the fact is we can help that to make this seminar or presentation a lot better, because if we can find out what you want and what you need, it can help us to be able to design our programs a lot better. Go to the next. Quotes to live by. Whatever your life's work is, do it well. A man should do his job so well that the living, the dead, and the unborn could do it no better. I mean, how many people really excel at what they do? I mean, by show of hands, how many people really excel at what they do? They're really the best. By show of hands, how many people know that there's not that much competition at the top? There's not a lot of competition at the top, right? If you excel at what you do, I mean, you look at the Michael Jordans of the world, the Tiger Woods of the world, the Schumachers, or in any of the fields are here, the Donald Trumps of the world. These guys excel at what they do, and the fact is they get rewarded well. So our goal is to be able to excel at what we're going to do and then be able to help you to get there a lot faster without making a lot of mistakes. Go to the next one. What's your motivation? See, everybody got to find out their why. And their why is really important. Why? Or what's your motivation? What motivation? Well, this is what motivates me. I want to spend more time with my family. I used to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and go to bed at maybe 11 o'clock at night. I didn't really have any freedom or time. I had a family, but I really didn't have a family. I don't know about you, but is that really what life is all about? Now, I went to what they call the quote-unquote right way. Listened to my father, listened to my mother, told me go to school, get a good education, go work. But what happened was, the better I did my job, the more work I got, the more time I spent away. So really, was that a reward? Did they reward me? What do you think, Larry? You think that was a reward? Well, see, so I figured out it had to be a better way. And then also, they had this, what they call, this corporate structure where the people that were right above me, they didn't really want me to take their job. So the fact is, I was pretty much stuck in a certain area, right? I couldn't go any further because of the fact that the people who were right above me was maybe 3, 4, 5 years older than me. They had a little bit more education, a little bit more experience. Even though I was good at what I did, they didn't want me to take their job, so I was pretty much stuck in a holding pattern. So I had to figure out, okay, do I want to stay like this, or do I want to continue living the same lifestyle? So what I decided was in '97 that I was going to be completely free. Well, at that time, I didn't understand that I wasn't going to be free, but I thought I'd be free if I leave my job. So what I did, I decided to leave corporate America, and I started my own business. So I've been self-employed for the last 10 years and happy about it. Now, for 5 of those years, I spent a lot of time away from my family because I really didn't know the right way. But see, I've learned the right way. I learned that you can outsource a lot of things. You can partner with different people. At the end of the day, you have to do what gives you the greatest return on your investment. Sometimes it's better to pay somebody $10 an hour to do something where you're making $50 an hour. But see, in our mind, we don't understand it. We feel like we got to do everything and we have to be perfect at everything. Well, if somebody else paying $10, if you're paying somebody else $10 an hour, it's a good possibility. They won't do it as good as you, but can it suffice? And that's what we have to do. Can you figure out a situation where it can suffice to pay somebody else $10 an hour while you do something that's going to give you a greater return? Because if you can make $50 to $100 an hour doing something while somebody else is doing something for $10 an hour, you can get a lot more accomplished. And that's really one of the goals. That was what gave me the ability to get free and be able to spend more time with my family. And that was the most important thing. Another thing was, everybody wanted little trinkets. They wanted new cars, or they wanted a new home, or whatever it is. And I wanted to do the same thing. So me becoming financially free gave me the ability to be able to buy the house of my dream, drive the cars I want, or whatever it is. And also be able to vacation. I mean, how many right now, if you had the time and energy, wouldn't want a vacation? I mean, I'm quite sure there's always a dream vacation that you guys got out there that you can't go to because most of the time your job is only give you 1 or 2 weeks off. If you want to go on an Alaskan cruise, you'd be like, man, I got to use all my vacation at one time. Well, what if vacation wasn't an issue? And the fact is you dictated the time you want to go on vacation. Why, sure. What's your name?
Me.
Yeah.
Jermaine.
Jermaine, if you could do anything right now, would you want to go on a 2-week vacation right now? Okay, and that's what we're going to do. What if you can dictate that and you make your vacation? I mean, I work with people that work 8 months a year and they off 4 months a year. I mean, you vacation when you want to. You work 2 months, you're off 1 month. You can do that. You dictate your own situation. Go to the next one. How will you measure your success? How would you measure your success? What is it that you consider to be for you to become successful? Because, like I said, you came here for a reason. If you had to basically figure out what would it take for you to measure your success, what would it be?
I measure success by setting goals, and once I achieve them, then I consider that successful.
I mean, that's really it. What about you, Don? Dan. What about you, Don? Dan. How do you measure your success?
Just measure my success based on doing the best job I can and making sure that I'm true to that and not slacking off. Just doing the best job I can do in whatever area I'm in.
Success means something different to everybody. And try to figure out what success means to you. Because at one time I thought success was just money. It's not necessarily about money. What made me happier was to be able to have freedom and to have time. So I could make less money, but now I have more time. So which one was more successful for me? Well, at one time I thought it was all about the money. Well, I was so ingrained on it. I said, I want to make $1 million. I want to make $1 million. Well, to get to that $1 million, well, it took away from what I want to do. But can I live on $250,000? Can I live on $300,000? Well, if I can live on $300,000 and have time and freedom, that was my measure of success. And that's why I wanted to ask that question was, what does success mean to you?